Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today really special intro, so stay with me. I promise it will be interesting and a lot of value to you. First of all, I went with Diamond because it's time to be Diamond, whatever. And yeah, we went with Azorius Monastery Mentor deck that you have seen showcased on the channel a few days ago. And right now we actually improved that win rate, and that was 82% win rate. Right now we have 86% win rate, and we won 12 games and we lost only 2. That's insane. I hope you have stats on the screen. So this is what I wanted to start with. I told you this is a really good laddering deck, and especially for a good player, you have a lot of decisions to make. So first of all, if you struggle with the rank, this might be your solution. You have proof that it works. It should go to Mythic as well. I don't think it will be any different. Second, this deck. We actually didn't lose with this one, and I wanted to not use Sunfall, so we went with Expel the Interlopers deck, Jin-Gitaxias, and some sharks, so we are not super reactive and boring, even though I think it's exciting. But I try to make the deck so you guys enjoy it, and I want to spice things up. The idea was that we create a lot of tokens with low power, shark 2 power, tokens 2 and 1 power. So we can expel the interlopers and kill everything above this power on your opponent's side while keeping all your board on your side. Farmhands are also 1/1s. With Jin-Gitaxias you can double first for discovery, some counter spells, and we also play Farsight Ritual because it has nice bargain. That is very good synergy with shark tokens and all those tokens. So the deck is super cool and it really performed, and you will see Jin-Gitaxias in full glory. So guys, I'm really proud of this video. I think everything went well. So if you would be kind enough to like, share, and subscribe, that would be awesome and a great reward for today. Because yeah, I'm happy with this. So hopefully you will be entertained and enjoy. Alright, we are going first. We have some creatures, we have some farmhands, they will farm, they will hand, and we will get to 7-drop hopefully, and we will cast Jin-Gitaxias and absolutely win the game, and then double first for discovery or whatever, and we will feel absolutely glorious. You are a black mana. Yep, I will take it. A lot of basics in the deck, so we have stuff to discard. Also good on wild cards if you don't have all the rare lands. If he kills this, that's fine. Yep, it farms. I mean, what more there is to the card? Sure. Good target, they want to get the full value. And here we are, extremely good draw. Probably the best draw of the deck for this one turn. But we'll see. Okay, this is something we definitely want to remove with March. Okay, this will be a plains. And that kind of makes our mana a bit wonky. The problem is that if this attacks, okay, so he has most life, right? While you have the most life, you draw a card. I don't want to give him card, which means we need to go for the march. Otherwise, he's getting value. And one thing I don't like from my opponents is getting value. Please stop getting value. The value needs to be mine. Right, and even if they play Charlotte or something, it's fine. As long as we have... Easy. Don't ask me how I knew. Let's play the second blue land. We kinda need it at this point. And we have good answers if he cares to attack. If he doesn't, we will play differently. They probably won't go into it. Like, come on, it's the most obvious Emperor ever. Well, okay, I see. Really? So they knew about Emperor and they still went with this play. I would argue that this is more valuable even than Charlotte, because this can fuel your game for a very long time. Sure, I guess. I think. This doesn't draw cards, that's important. On the next turn we can Jin-Gitaxias, which is not nothing. I think we want to keep the Emperor, man. I really think we do.
I have got new moves to teach you.
So if he attacks, we use the whale. If he doesn't attack, we use the whale, but the different one. Life gain doesn't matter at all. My life kinda matters quite heavily, so I need to be careful. I will throw something right. And I'm sure he wants his shortlet. I could also try to play Jin-Gitaxias and just hope I can double Farsight Ritual. It's extremely greedy play. Alright, you convinced me. If that's how we play, then this is how we will play. He won't have any colored mana for the next turn, so that's pretty good. I don't need to do it in response, but I'll still do. So this is the 7 flat, right? 4, 7, alright. Jace. I mean, this is better than nothing. Maybe you can flip it somehow. Now, I don't want to waste Jin-Gitaxias. But we are not drawing removal right now. A little bit awkward. But we wanted Genie, and we will have Genie. Let's see if he can carry the game. I don't have good targets, but you know. I honestly think we go for this. If he attacks, I'm not forced to waste Jin-Gitaxias into this. And if I play Farmhand, I can get the lifelink and then put a counter, and this will be a 4/4 lifelinker. Bro, the ability. Did he remember? Oh, did he remember? Oh no, he thought it's just a creature. Oh, the shame. Oh, the shame, Scoop. Man, Jin-Gitaxias did it again. Absolutely carried this game by pure shame, Scoops. Alright, we are going first. No Farmhand. We are against Evil Clown. Are you a mono red? Let's keep the hand and play the Azorius land into hopefully drawing cards. Get Lost will be very useful. If I whiff on the land, I lost. But if I don't whiff on the land, I think I can win. And this was the last moment when we kept with the game. I need a land. You are not a land and we probably lost. Do we go with the Seedshark? I want to keep drawing lands. I'm so behind I cannot risk it again. I already missed full turn. Imagine aggro players just getting a time walk for 0 cards, 0 mana. This is what actually happened this game. So you can see that it's incredibly powerful. We might die. Vanguard Adeline is insanely good pairing. Alright. So Seedshark would defend 2 damage, but they could just play Qatar, and that would kinda be the same. Alright, we know everything. Let's try to hit our lands. Well, I'm not drawing them, it seems. Sorry, Wanderer. It's a good card, but at this point I need... Man, it's insane how hard it is for me to draw those lands. Is that Elspeth? She won't survive, but she will give us the time we need. I really think this blocker and the lifelinker is what we need. Also, she is scary. They will only ignore her in one situation, when they have lethal that is guaranteed. That's no way he got a free stuff basically. He didn't have a land, and he decided that if he hits a land, this is a free spell. The second one is good for us, right? Because they cannot play it. So on this turn they didn't get the power in the board and they kinda got nothing. So that's good, that's good. And with double Expel the Interlopers, possibly followed by the Seedshark and Elspeth tokens, we should be okay. They have a lot of cards, but we can burn through them. Like, our cards are way better. And one Farsight Ritual and we get everything we want. Man, this will be so much damage. So, we know trading doesn't make any sense here. If he considers Elspeth, he should attack with the other token. And if he didn't, he should know that there is no point in anything except going face. But you know, it's fine. He was just considering options, but just showing you that you can tell that he didn't really have a plan beforehand. And I guess it will be 0. It's 0. But it's a good 0. And if he plays Sigarda or something like this, We can either march it or try to expel the Interlopers and go for like 2 or higher and keep our port. Which was the original idea, but there's so much pressure, it's so hard to do very often. Here she is. No hexproof on her though. He actually hit, man. I cannot believe he actually hit a card. So, I think this is still a worthy target. It also lets us play the Anchorage, which will be great for the next turns. And I think we want this lifelink. It will be hard for them to kill Elspeth and treat them. I don't think they can deal so much. Even with Vanguard and a lot of creatures, like this won't be higher than 3. So best case they trade even. Alright. Let's keep check on those power levels. I think I will again need to name 0. I could make 2 tokens and just go around it, but I think it's more important to just life gain a little bit. And they don't have a good way to attack the Elspeth and kill her. So she will keep providing value. Perfect. Man, this does nothing right now. So I'm really happy with the game so far. Alright. I could even try to raise them, man. Let's keep blasting. This will make saving Elspeth a bit easier. And do I want to go with the Anchorage? I kinda could, right? I will try to go this road. What about Get Lost gives us the token as well. But this gives us the mob token. You know what? I don't think they can punish us enough. I will go for it. I think it's cool play. And the map token might be useful. They're also at 11. So with Elspeth and Anchorage and map token, we can actually go really hard. We're at 9, alright? Shark, but they didn't go for the lifelinker, which suggests they don't go for lethal this turn. Oh boy, he won't like what will happen. He won't like it. Oh boy, and he cannot really attack very well. He can put 1 counter, and that means it doesn't have flying, right? Kellan, I think, has ability. I don't want to... Oh, right, they can put the counter with this if they hit. So they missed. That was a good play by them. If they hit a non-land, that would be the second counter, and it doesn't have to be counter from this tapping thing. It just needs to be any kind of counter. So they wanted to go for flying. It still wouldn't kill Elspeth, and it still wouldn't kill us. But, you know, it would do more. Unfortunately, the initiates are super low on power, so we still need to name 0. Like, I'm really trying to go around stuff, but they just, you know, have so many creatures with basically every... Oh. Interesting. Why did you draw the card? Oh my god, this is such an insane card, man. This way we save Elspeth, and that's super important. I'm pretty sure we won. So we attack first, right? Yep, we attack first for the lifelink. Unfortunately, we'll have to full sweep. Let's choose 0. But guys, you kinda see why every deck runs Sunfall. I mean, we would have those tokens, right? And it's super hard to use any kind of upside for Expel the Interlopers, but you know, we're trying. We're really trying. And that was enough. That was enough. Elspeth once again just absolutely Man, I think we didn't lose a single game so far. I think we actually didn't. Alright, we're going first. Not the perfect hand, but with first for discovery we should be okay. Or, as should I say, search the Count's castle. I like this art. I like it quite a bit. Sure, interesting. Is it Jeskai or just is it? Pirates. It feels like pirates. Alright. I'm not main phasing. They might have spell pierce, but then I'll just concede, it's fine. Yep, here's the deck. I mean, I can remove one of the creatures, but then I risk not hitting my land drops. Elspeth would be pretty good, right? Man, this is really hard choice. And he can draw it and play it again. I really think I need to just try to survive, man. Yep, we decline. I'm sorry, Ginny. Not the game for you. And farewell can be important. So we go Elspeth, Expel. Man, I'm losing a lot of value, but I really think this is what I need to do. Oh, I don't have enough colored mana as well. Well, I just lost. Right? Because I won't be able to play anything this turn, because this is Tapland. And I forgot that I don't have double white for Elspeth. I mean, we can still try. I'm not fully dead on the next turn, but I will probably be dead, basically. Shivan Reef. Man, this is one of his best cards. It's basically 1 mana 2/2. So his opening is pretty insane, even though he didn't have too many lands, but he had so many 1-drops that he still played everything. 7. Not the end of the world, but super close, man. Maybe we didn't lose super hard yet. No lands. Man, I play a lot of those. You wouldn't tell, but I do. Alright, so let's get lost. I like March, it's instant speed, man. I think 1 Elspeth has to go. It's bad, I'm losing all of the value and then I will get flooded like crazy, but it is what it is. I will name a classic 0. Can I please choose 0? Thank you. See? No Sunfall. No Sunfall. Your comment complaints worked. Alright, 4 cards, 4 deadly cards, and no life gain on my side. Man, if I had Elspeth, this game would be insanely easier. Oh, this is their best card nearly. Oh man, they actually whiffed. That's so good for us. This is one of the best cards. It's basically a free card that, like, imagine if you always could tap 2 mana. By the way, they should probably do it first. That would make them hit probably. So how do we do it? Oh my god, we will see the chance of an Ice Out. I can also use March, so we actually have so many options, man. And see, this is why Ice Out is in the deck. We can actually use it. Dissipate? Wouldn't be the case. We need to survive because our early game wasn't very good, man. I think I have to exile the Farewell. It is what it is. I don't love it. I think they will attack face and try to burn us. I could of course use mana and counter it, but I'm wasting a card just to negate a scry, and I cannot do this. Bye Farewell. You could say farewell to farewell, but that would be a horrible joke, so we are not doing it. And we're at 2. Elspeth, you need to work for us. Alright, scary. I don't like it. Okay, we will play a land. If I play this, I can still counter if I tap right. I can still counter. That's okay. That's okay. So, 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it taps this way. Let's go for 0. We're under so much pressure, there is no... I mean, I could just make a token person name too, but it's fine. Alright, we are every turn on the verge of stabilizing. Alright. I think we won. Did I win? I'm not attacking with the Anchorage because it's a blocker. I just need to lifelink. I have a counter spell, I have 2 Anchorages, and I have lifelinker. Elspeth, absolutely carrying this game. Not a target for a counter spell, just a 1/1 that possibly can draw a land. I think we are getting there, guys. I think we're actually getting there. I want to keep the counter spell, so let's play this. This will draw. We could transform it for a lifelinker, but it cannot attack, so there's no point. And we want to hit the... Man, I cannot believe we actually won this. They have a lot of troubles in killing huge creatures. If they have Lightning Strike, that's perfect. They will think they are winning. And here we are. No need for bargain. No need. Just good old classic counter spell for the win. And here you go. Here you go. Man, our early game was so abysmal and we still did it. Elspeth absolutely hard carried this game. Man, we are actually blowing through diamond like crazy. Alright, well, this will be a hand. Let's see how it goes. We will definitely start with the shark, and we have some defense in the form of whale against the mono red friendliness. Well, those are the most expensive cards from my deck, but we'll work for it. Hopefully we can get Feldon back on the top of the library. Unfortunately, only Swift Spear. No priority, so that's important. They see we have nothing, and that might trigger the pump. So I need to click it fast, so they don't see it. And this is what you get for clicking fast and playing around stuff. That's pretty brutal. They lost everything they built so far. It's fine, it's mono red. They might just draw a correct card and win the game anyway. Man, they don't even want it. Alright. Farsight Ritual is a good card. It's a good card. We have only one white source, so that's something we need to consider. Alright, once more, 4 damage to the face, go. More 6 drops. Sure. Why not? Why not? So, no celebration this turn, so they need to work for it. We're at 15. Oh, that will be so easy. 2 mana means 2 cards from mono red. Or even 3 cards, if they cast Monstrous Rage. So, they will probably pump it. Like, you know they have the card. They didn't even trigger celebration, right? I think we just don't block this turn, because it's so obvious they have it. Like, they want to trigger this, probably. And they definitely didn't expect no blocks here. This is way too obvious. Whatever we block, it will get pumped to oblivion, or just, yeah, or lightning strike. 5-7. Alright. And on the next turn, we will get way more cards. Now we can go for the ritual. We will make a 4-4, and we'll draw a land and an emperor, and that's so perfect. That's really perfect. Oh boy, that would be great, but unfortunately, not yet. Not yet. And I think now we go into defend mode. We took a lot of damage. I thought it's Monstrous Rage, but I still think it was worth it. This way we get a shark, a token, and yeah. Kinda the same. With 5 they cannot burn us as easily, and we can use the Emperor to negate a lot of damage. Right, so it seems they're trying to go for it. Alright, now we block here. And let's see the pump. I mean, they don't need to do anything, but they still will. Alright, so what can we do? We can try to incubate. We live gain 2. Is that enough? I'm not fully sure. And we have to hit Godric. Even though they are not using abilities of their card, it still can be a 5-4. So we are at 5, and we are nearly dead, but not fully dead. Alright. As always, I told you, 1 card from the top and it's fine. If they draw what they need, they probably will win. So, I have 2 ways to go around it. I could farewell and then I don't get this 1 damage. That's tempting, right? I mean, what is the other choice? Man, I think we just need to farewell. That means we should attack first, right? I could also try to block it, but they will just probably draw something. Creatures, enchantments, and let's go for the graveyards. Only artifacts are safe. We get a huge token for the next turn, and we have a blocker, so nothing on ground, kills us. He has 1 random draw. Let's see how good at magic he is. It's not nothing. If he was supposed to hit a land, that's the best land he could ever hope for. And will he roll because he didn't draw a win from the top of his library? Bro, that's it. You don't attack with it. Guys, they actually roped fully after drawing a card that is relevant. It's crazy. It's actually crazy what mono-red players do. So, I could attack for 16, but that's not lethal, and we'll cast Elspeth because that's a lifelinker, and then on the next turn she can lifelink us for 3, getting back us to 4, so Lightning Strike doesn't kill us anymore. This has Vigilance, so Mishra's Foundry doesn't matter. He will roll, but we still will play it correctly. I mean, salty mono-red player to start the day. I think that's pretty good. They don't worry, they can still win the game instantly if they get a good card. That's how they roll. This has Vigilance, so much easier to attack. No lifelink, and this is the true skill. If that is a good player or a bad player, did he draw a Burns? That's it. Yep, and here we go with the saltiest explosion of the day. Extreme Green Tea, Hall of Shame. Alright, our opponent goes first, we take the hand, and we see what happens. Oh, and the gate, and the counter spell. Man, I would love to be on the play. Those counter spells would be so juicy, but instead, they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing, especially against mono green that never heard about sorcery or instants. They just play a big dinosaur or a big Gwena Eyes of Eyes of something. And what do we do? This is a really good draw, but I still think... Is that Jay's turn? Nah, we go like this, because on the next turn we want to play a 4 mana Planeswalker, so that will really get the value here. And it's also hard to attack us. Generally mono green doesn't have like removal, you know? Doesn't have removal. Oh boy. Well, I would love to draw my sweeper, I think. I think this is the moment. So 2 mana, creature spells, sure. Just play big bad creatures. Every turn. Yep, more big bad creatures. Every turn. So what do we do? It has to be the Emperor. It will be awkward. I cannot attack because the next turn will hurt. If we draw a sweeper, we cannot play it, unfortunately, but if we missed 4-drop, we are out, and counter spells won't cut it for, you know, the counterplay to his turn. Like, we need something that affects the board. Can you, like, chill, bro? I absolutely suggest chilling for a second. Counters. Only this is modified. Alright. Not the worst. I mean, not the worst. Oh, well, that's bad. That's so much damage. Still, we can do interesting stuff here. Because we can take this hit, right? Toxic doesn't matter. Well, Proliferate kinda matters, but not super much. I don't really want this. And that's bad. If I put the counter here, I kill his land. But I still think it's better this way. I don't want to... Like, he gets more lands anyway. And we still block 1. So I think this is way better overall. And he doesn't get target for Proliferate except the Toxic, right? He can Proliferate my counters. Farsight. Well, not sure if it's good enough right now.
Remember your training.
So it could be a counter spell, right? Oh, we don't have the mana. We don't have the mana, that's bad. If I play Elspeth, it's not the worst. Let's go Elspeth. Because we get... this turn is not as perfect as I wanted it to be. And he will get a lot of value, but this shark hopefully at least prevents some of the damage. 3-5 is a lot for them. They cannot even attack with Kodama, and they only have 2 cards, so their options should be super limited. This is the breaking turn. This is the huge turn. We are on the verge of breaking, and if they add anything else to the board, we will break. But if they don't, we can stabilize fully on the next turn, I think, because this is an 8/8, and we have 2 Planeswalkers activations. So we did huge investment turn after turn, and we still are in the red. When we untapped and start our next turn, we should be on the, you know, on the bright side. I can fully ignore this attack. Except, you know, just killing stuff I want to kill. Oh, this is better for them. This is smarter. But I don't think it still matters. So I can save one of the Planeswalkers, and he gave us the choice to decide which one. I like Elspeth. We could go like this. We get a free trade, and we don't lose anything, right? And then we play Jace. I kinda like... Oh no, we just activate double tokens. I think this is good. I think this is good. Don't forget those lands aren't real. They're illusion. Sure. A big creature. A good land. That's a decent draw. We can use Ice Out thanks to this, and we have enough tokens to do it. And this is the stage where what, you know, about which I was talking about. And it's, I think we won. That was the turn. Oh man, this is insanely good. This is actually really good, man. I think this is a counter spell, and we actually have to bargain it. Even the lifelinker isn't as good as this. Alright, and we still have 4 mana, because if we didn't go for the bargain, we couldn't activate 8/8, we would only gain 4/4. So, man, just a huge winning streak. Alright guys, we are in the outro. It will be hopefully quick because I know the video will be very late. Sorry about that, I was trying my best, but it still takes some time. And one little brag at the start because I wanted to share it with you. I was playing the Monastery deck on the Road to Diamond, right? And we went 7-1, I think, back there, and here we went 5-0. So I actually won 12 games today and I lost 1. That's insane, man. That was so fun. And this deck absolutely surprised me. I have to say that Elspeth actually did so much work those games, so maybe there is a spot of something except Emperor in 4 drop. Farsight Ritual in this deck was really nice, and it always gave us some nice options, so I enjoyed the card. With the rest of the build, it was pretty good. I'll be honest, the Expel the Interlopers, I mean, you see why the Sunfall is the staple. Like, I've tried, like this is one of the sweepers that has a different upside, but it's just so hard to get any value out of this. Even though we have only creatures that have basically 1 and 2 power, we still couldn't go under our opponents. Those initiates without training, just always a hassle, but still, that was enough, so maybe an interesting option if you are tired of Sunfall. Jin-Gitaxias didn't happen in too many games, but when he did it, well, it was epic. I like this card. I really like this card. I still miss Jin-Gitaxias Invoke Despair, but you know what? It's better that Invoke Despair is out, so at least we have different decks and different cards in 5 mana slot. Other than this, I enjoyed this deck. I think it's pretty strong thanks to Farmhand, Seedshark, and good 4 mana Planeswalkers. You always have something to do and always have something to defend with, which means that you very often survive to this 5 mana stage of the game. If you don't have creatures, you have nothing to block, and they are basically life gain. Also, Shark is extremely powerful, so you don't need to focus so much on closing the games, and with basics the deck is a bit easier to craft, maybe because we don't play Painlands, we don't play Raffine Towers, we just play cards that can get discarded for discovery, because that's the good doubling target for Jin-Gitaxias. So guys, we won't make it longer. I think that this is a fresh take on Azorius Control. I wanted to play Control, but I wanted to play a different Control, so you guys, have fun watching the videos every day. So thank you for being here. I hope we made it work, and if you appreciate all the work that goes into the channel and the content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. That actually makes a difference. So it's not just empty words, it really, really helps. So yeah, that's kinda it. Thank you for being here until the end, and see you tomorrow.
With